It's no secret that computers aren't the only platform for optical storage technology. CDs are now showing up on game consoles and as portable information managers. Here to show us some examples are John Brandstetter of Turbo Technologies, also with us Les Ininci of Sony. Les, I want to ask you about the Multimedia Player in just a second, which is the newest thing. But first of all, you guys sell one of these bundles that includes software, soundboard, and drive. Tell us what's in that bundle.
Yes, Stuart. The desktop library, which I'm showing today, is a new version of our bundle product, including a CD-ROM drive, a 16-bit soundboard that allows you to have, allows you to get the latest audio capabilities available on Cd-Rom Titles.
And what are the discs that come with this?
We include a set of 7 Cd-Rom titles in this particular kit, including Grolier's Encyclopedia, the Time Compact Almanac, The Presidents by National Geographic, Great Wonders of the World, Carmen Sandiego, and a photo CD title.
All right, this is your drive, by the way, that comes with the bundle, and you have the President's disc up here. Just show us for a second how that works.
Right. Most people in CD-ROM titles are looking for high multimedia content, and this title has everything. It has text, it has pictures, and it has video. This is a clip of President Kennedy's speech to Congress about the mission to the moon.
Longest strides. Time for a great new American enterprise. Time for this nation to take a...
Okay, I'm going to get back to you in a second, Les. I want to turn to you now, John. You guys have an interesting solution, too. In your TurboDuo game console, you're actually selling a card now that will let this run as an external CD-ROM drive into your personal computer, right?
Correct. It'll be a CD-ROM card or interface that allows you to use SCSI interface from a Mac or IBM, which virtually turns our TurboDuo game system into a CD-ROM drive for an IBM PC or a Macintosh. Okay,
this is obviously a prototype of the card. It's not going to quite look
like
that, but you've got this plugged in here now. Show me that this actually works. We have the same Sherlock Holmes game that we had before on the Apple drive, and that's running off the TurboDuo. Okay, now I want you to reconfigure this. Now show me the kinds of things I can do with this just on its own as a game console running through a standard TV set.
Okay, let me jump out of this here.
Okay, so you've got to get rid of the Macintosh part of it.
Right.
Okay, so what you would do is you pull out your...
You pull out the SCSI interface.
Your card there.
Right.
Okay.
Then you have to, of course, take the Macintosh CD out.
All right, now what kind of software can you show me that runs on the console itself?
I'll be showing you our newest game coming out called Lords of Thunder, which this is a prototype disc, so it doesn't have the real artwork on it.
Okay. So now we're going out, not to the Macintosh, but right out to a TV set. And what kind of game is Lords of Thunder?
Lords of Thunder is a shooting game, which we call a VHD shooter, which is a new term that we're coming out with. And it's a sort of graphics, sight, and sound.
VHD stands for?
Vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Because the game actually goes in all directions.
All right, so tell me now, as we look at this opening, what are some of the advantages of having a game off a CD-ROM?
The advantage of CD-ROM is storage capacity, obviously, and also you can use CD audio sound. In this particular game, there's an opening sequence which takes several megabytes, would have eaten up a normal cartridge just for the introduction.
So we in the game now?
We're going to the game. And you can hear the CD quality audio.
So what you're getting here is great audio, lots of animation, great graphics, and so on and so forth.
A standard cartridge, you couldn't even do this game.
On a regular game cartridge?
That's correct. On a normal CD, one cartridge, if you put a cartridge on CD, you could put a couple thousand cartridges on one CD.
A couple of thousand cartridges equals one CD.
Right.
Okay, and there's your sort of basic shoot-'em-up game,
And this is Lords of Thunder, and you can see the backgrounds, the colors.
Yeah, horizontal, vertical, and depth.
Later on in the game, you'll see it goes vertical and horizontal. Okay. Let me show you one of our other games, which is not really a game like this. It's more of an educational
some people, don't think that's the greatest use of technology is to do shoot-'em-up games, but you do have some educational software that actually runs off the game console.
That's correct.
And which one is this?
This is a game called, or not a game, it's a book called Thomas's Snowsuit by Discus Books. And they put out some software for Mac, which is the same application, and they also are putting it out on our system now, which it's basically a language tool and also a tool to learn about how to say different words.
So it's a sort of interactive kind of book that you might normally see on a computer platform.
Correct. And if you go and touch the pictures, it'll tell you what it is. It'll also tell you in Spanish. So if you're letting somebody learn a language, this is fairly easy to get started and learn the language.
So you're doing two things here. This can be a CD-ROM drive to run any CDs off a computer system, or you can do computer-type things, really just running off that game console.
Right, and it also runs CDGs, karaoke CDs, and normal CD audio discs.
Okay, Les, I want to get back to you, and the neatest, newest Sony toy here, I guess, is this Multimedia CD Player. Show this off to us.
Yes, this is one of our newest products. It was introduced last year, the Multimedia Cd-Rom Player. And it's basically a portable appliance for those people who need to have a source of information that they can take with them. They may not be heavy-duty computer users, but they still need to have access to the hundreds of megabytes of information that are available on CD-ROM disk.
Now, what can I get out of this? I mean, video, audio, everything?
Well, because of the technology that's used in this, Cd-Rom XA, it has capabilities that far exceed what you'd imagine from its size. It's able to play both audio CDs and CD-ROMs. You can get video clips, animation, synchronized audio.
Can you fire it up for me so we can see some
Sure.
of this?
It's a great product for that person, as I said, who needs to have portable information available, typically a business user. There'll be a lot of business titles available, but they'll all be able to be enhanced through use of things like video and audio.
So is there audio coming out of it? Oh, I see. We've got audio. We've got some animation there. Run through the sort of interface there. What's on the keyboard and so on. Well, where's the disc in this thing?
The disc is, I can open it for you. It's a full-size 12-centimeter CD-ROM disc player. It's got a keyboard for doing word search in something like an encyclopedia or a database. But it's designed to be very easy for the average non-computer user to navigate. It has the main navigational keys are yes, no, and a cursor pad. So you can get through most of the software that way. It's got a built-in LCD screen for viewing and also has video out, so if you want to connect it to a standard monitor with NTSC in, you can get 256 colors on the display.
So I could play a standard audio CD on this?
Standard audio CD.
I can play a CD-ROM, as you're doing now, that would have video and graphics and so on.
Yes.
Who's going to use this? What market is this aimed at?
Well, I think this is targeted, at least initially, at the business and professional user. The person who needs to have a large database that they can take with them, somebody like an accountant, a legal database, technical manuals, that kind of thing, a large corporate end user, vertical markets. It's specifically suited to that type of user.
What kind of software titles are out that you could buy to actually use on that?
Well, there are quite a few available now and more to come. There are things like full encyclopedias, dictionaries, foreign language tutorials.
The same kinds of CD-ROMs you might find for a computer. What about the Kodak Photo CD standard? Can you use that for that?
Well, although this uses the XA data structure that's used for Photo CD, this particular player cannot play Photo CDs because of the display limitations. Our desktop system, the desktop library, can do Photo CD, yes.
All right, lots of impressive toys, guys. Thank you very much. That is our look at CD-ROM software. Stay tuned now for this week's computer news on Random Access.